It is people that have no favor with God that heaven reaches through a go-between. That's what we saw in Job. He said he shall deliver those who are not innocent by our hands. Is that not? So the people are not innocent. They have no favor with God. So whenever you see in the Bible, God is looking for intercessor, it is to save a people who have no favor with him. It means when a church have intercessor. Check heretic teachers and lying prophets. They have intercessors because they have no favor with God. My father the Lord had a group of prayer team that I belong to them, but the purpose was not for us to intercede for him. He was raising us to become warriors like him. Do you understand? It is when warriors becomes old like David that nephews like David's nephew, men like David's nephew, will not take that giant that want to take them down. There are other supporting roles you play around warriors. But I don't think interceding for them is one of it, because intercession is for people that have no favor with God. That's how the church should intercede for the world, because the world have no favor with God. So when you see God looking for a go-between, okay, look at when Aaron stood in between the living and the dead, he was interceding for them, is that not? Because they lost favor with God. They lost favor with God and they were dying, and Aaron came to intercede. So anywhere you see in the Bible God looking for a go-between, looking for intercessor, is because the people have no favor with him, and he does not want to kill them. He wants to save them, but he needs somebody who have favor with him to talk to him on their behalf. That was why when he wanted to bring Sodom and Gomorrah down, he said, I cannot keep quiet. I'm a merciful God. I don't have capacity for hatred. So let me save these guys. But what do I use? These guys have no favor with me. Their king is useless. Everybody is useless. There's no prophet in the land. And he moved to Abraham. The Bible, he now said, shall I hide from this guy that have favor with me? What I want to do on it, he now spoke to Abraham, and Abraham began to enter. Even Lot would not have survived, because Lot lost favor with God because of living in Sodom. Can I tell you a secret? You can lose favor with God because of the church you worship. If you are in a sodomy church, a church that sin reigns from the pulpit to the pew, you will not have favor with God. Some of you, that was how you realize that as soon as you step to the crowd of the Spirit, your life changed. Nobody prayed for you. Your life just changed because you came under favor. Favor alone can answer things that prayer will not answer. So God now said, let me talk to Abraham. He alone have favor with me. Shall I? He now opened his mouth and spoke, and Abraham spoke. If you find 50, of course, if I find 50 people, I will not destroy it. Okay, God. How about 45? Of course. How about 40? Of course. It takes a man who have favor with God to play games with God. I call it game. You know, sometimes you see a father with his beers sitting down with his little grandchild and playing. Do you understand me? Playing, allowing the child to give me a little slap here and pull the beers, he will laugh. My son, but let an outsider come and try it. They will bury him. How many understand what I'm talking about? That was what happened between Abraham and God. You know, you are merciful. What if you find 50? Oh, I will not destroy. Second, oh, how about 45? Of course, I will not. Hey, bro. How about 40? I will not. Hallelujah, bro. You see what? This is my boy. How about 30? I will not. How about 10? In fact, I will not. But you can't try. How about 40? Shut up. In the book of Psalm, God asked a question. He said, and to you who wicked, who gave you the right to mention my name with your mouth? God said in the book, he said, who gave you the right to mention your name? Let me show you. Psalm 50, 16. You see, but to the wicked, God said, what right? Do you see? What right have you to declare my status or take my covenant in your mouth? See, you heard instruction and cast my words behind you. But Abraham could. He stood and said, how about 50? How about 45? And they spoke till they got to 10. They spoke. When they spoke, God left. And because of that, Lot was saved. Do you understand me? If that has not happened, Lot would have been lost. God is so merciful that he does not even want the wicked to go to hell. So in order to save them, he will raise people who have favor with him to go in between. So if you see yourself, your own personal prayers are not answered, but when somebody prays for you, they are answered, you are under a state of emergency.